Harold Evans fought a media empire and wrote the battle log. His memoir still crackles with urgency. Evans refused silence. Evans never planned a graceful retreat. He served as editor of the Sunday Times for 14 tumultuous years. Under him, investigative journalism toppled ministers and exposed global scandals. Then Rupert Murdoch bought the paper in 1981. Clashes erupted over editorial independence and commercial control. Murdoch wanted speed and profits. Evans demanded rigorous reporting and reader trust. The collision cost Evans his job within a year. Good times. Bad times became his counterattack. The book documents meetings, memos, and midnight phone calls. Evans shows how ownership concentrates power and stifles watchdog journalism. He writes not to lament, but to warn. His stance sets the stage for the entire narrative. He names allies and betrayers without euphemism. Every anecdote carries documentation, often reproduced in facsimile. The approach gives readers evidence, not just grievance. Even decades later, the precision feels surgical. You enter boardrooms smelling of ink and tension. That immersion is vital for the larger argument. Critics called the memoir self-serving. Evans includes those reviews in later editions, answering each point with footnotes. The move reinforces his belief in open evidence. Newsrooms run on ideals. Freedom of the press sounds abstract until salaries depend on it. Evans threads this truth through gripping case studies. The thalidomide investigation shows his staff chasing justice for deformed children. They battled legal gags and political complacency. Under Murdoch, those fights became liabilities, not triumphs. Evans charts the shift with bitter humour. Moral victories no longer pleased the balance sheet. Reporters felt the chill first. Budgets tightened, travel approvals slowed. Then editorial lines narrowed. Evans records these changes like a forensic accountant. Numbers and stories mix, showing cause and effect. Readers see ethics turn into spreadsheets. The contrast gives the memoir its simmering tension. You witness ideals colliding with corporate impatience in real time. Evans refuses to spare himself. He admits missteps, including a disastrous redesign that alienated loyal readers. That candor strengthens his credibility. Good leaders own failures and keep arguing for principles. The lesson survives the specific decade. Modern reporters will hear echoes in their newsrooms today. He dissects British libel laws that muzzled reporters before reforms. Those pages double as a legal primer. Students of media law will underline entire paragraphs. Prose sharp as front-page ink. Evans writes like deadlines still race him. Chapters open with sensory snapshots instead of abstractions. You smell the stale coffee on the newsroom desk. Paragraphs rarely run long. Each anecdote lands like a headline. That pace suits video adaptation perfectly. Still, the book packs context through deft parenthetical asides. Readers who fear industry jargon can relax. Evans translates corporate board decisions into relatable stakes. One moment you study accounting, next you gasp at investigative peril. The rhythm mirrors the adrenaline of print nights. Occasional British idioms may slow American readers. Context usually rescues any confusion within a clause. Footnotes appear, but they stay concise. You never feel trapped in academic thickets. Instead, the prose invites you to chase the next scoop. That energy keeps 500 pages turning briskly. Quotes from colleagues break monotony and add multiple voices. Those voices confirm the memoir's documentary weight. You put the book down, feeling you met them. Such immediacy separates this account from dry media histories. If pacing matters to you, Evans delivers. Photographs punctuate chapters and humanize abstract stakes. Faces of victims remind readers why accuracy matters. Should you read it? The answer depends on your faith in journalism. If you crave a behind-the-scenes thriller, this memoir satisfies. Case files, ethical debates, and corporate warfare mingle like characters in a Le Carré novel. Media students will mine facts for coursework. Business readers gain a cautionary tale about acquisitions. Casual consumers, though, may struggle with London political minutiae. Skimming those passages still leaves a gripping narrative core. The book's biggest virtue is timeless warning. Ownership patterns today remain even more concentrated. Algorithms now join moguls in shaping newsrooms. Evans reminds us that transparency demands constant defense. Reading his struggle arms you for current battles. I finished the book both inspired and alarmed. Inspired, because principled reporting changed laws. Alarmed, because those principles feel endangered again. That emotional mix makes compelling reading. If you value democracy, add this title to your shelf. If you ignore media ownership, do so at collective peril. Few memoirs mix suspense and policy so effectively. That blend is worth your 5 hours. Libraries should shelve it beside all the President's Men. Visit the linked article for extended analysis, quotes, and extra teaching resources.